Hi everyone, I'm Arielle and this is Maven Unmasked, and today I decided, well, Spirit more or less really guided me to do a live unboxing for you guys with the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. Now, this particular deck, I have had my eye on the artwork and like the process of it. I think at least as far back, maybe a little bit longer, since 2016, checking out Poppy's website and how the artwork and the progress was coming along and being so excited and waiting for this deck. I know I'm a little bit behind. It was released earlier this year, but the artwork felt so real. It felt so genuine. It felt so lifelike. It also took me back to illustrations and books from when I was a child. The artwork, for some reason, for me has this 80s, 90s kind of energy to it, and that could just be me and my realm of my frame of reference and my personal experience with the deck, but it just gives me that childhood feel good energy to it. It really takes on this everyday daily life energy. You know, you look outside, what do you see? Things in your everyday life. It's just, so I really am excited to go ahead and open this. So I hope you all will enjoy this unboxing with me. So the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin, Finding Magic in the Mist of Life. Okay, I'm not going to call it a gripe because it's not really it. I don't know if that was Diana's bubble. If that was your bubble, Diana, hi, or to whoever's bubble, hello. But it's a little gripe, but not a big deal. But you see, this is the front, and then when you flip it over, I would expect that the words on the back would be, you know, right side up, or you just flip it over and they'd be right side up like in a typical deck, but they're not. So just a little oversight maybe by the publisher, not a big deal. It was just something that I immediately noticed. I went to turn over the back and then I was like, oh, it's upside down. So I kind of had to flip it over, but no big deal. So let's read the back of the box. It says, profound wisdom is made accessible with this contemporary 78 card deck and expansive guidebook, which demystifies the traditional tarot without losing its essential magic or structure. This down-to-earth yet captivating tarot reveals the extraordinary in the ordinary, reminding you that there's nothing humdrum about everyday life. The distinctive cards depict recognizable characters of all ages, appearances, and abilities, providing insights and inspiration from people just like you. And I love that because truly, you're working your magic every day. Your spirituality is, you know, active and tested in the everyday world. Everything that you're learning, all of your spiritual truths and wisdom. So I really appreciate that. Okay, the comprehensive book allows each familiar character to communicate directly, combining their story with keywords and clear descriptions that invite your intuitive interpretation. This warmly inclusive tarot celebrates all life, embracing nature and the non-human beings that share our world. Our unseen companions and our creature kin. Here, wild spirits and animals, car mechanics, and busy parents are all equally vital, and each has something meaningful to share. These engaging individuals support and encourage you on your journey, making every day more enchanted. So, love that. I love how real and down to earth it is. You know, I love that I can see examples of my life and my everyday experiences in this. So really excited to take a full look at these cards and really feel their energy and get to working with them. So got your little tab here to just lift these babies up, okay, to open this. And on this inside flap here, it talks about Poppy Palin. So Poppy Palin has written 10 illustrated books, including her first tarot, Waking the Wild Spirit Tarot, Craft of the Wild Witch, Spirit Walking, and Wild Spirituality. Okay, and then it goes on to a little bit more about Poppy. She's from England. Her paintings, jewelry, and textile art celebrate the wild land and its non-human inhabitants. So very cool. So here's the guidebook. I'm surprised the guidebook is this big, you guys. It's truly as big as the box it comes in. Oh, by the way, I should probably tell you, I'm sorry, I'm just really excited to get into these. So it's by Schiffer Publishing with Poppy Palin, and of course this deck was published in 2018. Okay, so now I can go to the guidebook. There's some reviews on the back here as well as on this spine of the box here. Okay, so let's look at the guidebook. Okay, so you've got the table of contents. Okay, sorry guys, I think I'm gonna have to put my hair up because it's like 90 something degrees, but it feels like 105 or something like that, and it's hot. So I think I need to put my hair up so I can get through the rest of this video. Okay, there we go. That'll do. That will do. Okay, so so we've got the table of contents, the introduction, some thoughts on using this deck. It talks about the major arcana, and then it goes into the card meanings with the major arcana, about the minor arcana, and then the card meanings for those, as well as the suit of wands, which is staffs, the suit of coins, which is pentacles or discs, the suit of cups, and the suit of blades or swords. So in this particular deck, wands, fire, represent playing with fire. Suit of coins represents down to earth. Suit of cups represents heart and soul. And the suit of blades or swords is quicksilver. And then there's some acknowledgement. So about the deck, about its creation. Okay. Oh, I like this. Okay. In the everyday enchantment tarot, nobody's average, irrelevant, or rendered invisible because of age or ability. I've tried to include as many kinds of wonderful as I can in this deck. Can you find yourself here? So I surely hope so, Poppy, and I think I will. Some thoughts on using this deck. I love the image representations here. Although it's not color, that's okay. I like that it's big enough that I can see the texture of the artwork itself. And then, okay, I see. So then it goes into the major arcana, and it gives the cards at a glance. So I enjoy this, you know, especially if somebody's new to learning tarot. Maybe this, we'll see, when we look at some of the card images, if this may be a good beginner's deck for you to work with. But this front here is very reminiscent of the LWB, the Little White Book, and a traditional Rider-Waite deck. So just a few keywords for each card at a glance. So for the Fool, it has begin, impulsive, faith, joy, fresh, open, expand, innocent, dream, free, and travel. So then, but when you go into the actual card meanings on the next page, so we have the Fool here, it's a ton of information, you guys. Look at how much. I love that. Okay, so it says the Fool, and then it says jumping for joy underneath. So that's the energy of the card. It's got keywords in this little box here over to the side. Okay, so keywords, which were the ones I just read to you pretty much. Begin, spontaneity, faith, joy, fresh, begin, open, expand, free, trust, innocence, originality, and dream. And then it's got correspondences here as well. So Uranus, ether, and neuter. Okay, so then it talks a little bit about the image. It breaks that down. It goes into the story. Oh, I love that. Okay, the story, okay, of the card. And then it goes into the actual meaning. So tons of great information. I really appreciate that, the time and effort that requires. And I really enjoy the story aspect of it. So I'm like, I wonder if there's a short story I can read. Well, let's go into the cards first. So let's keep going through the guidebook, and then, hey Monica, hi Desiree. And just, let's kind of just flip through the guidebook a little bit, and then we'll pull a card and then check out the story in the guidebook, because I'm really excited about that aspect. Okay, for the minor arcana, it doesn't have, you know, the little keywords like it did for the majors, which is okay. So you have the suit of wands here. and it breaks down the suit of wands. So the element of fire, the zodiac signs, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and then keywords associated with the suit of wands. Then for the first card itself, so the Ace of Wands, and goes into keywords for that card, the image, the story, the meaning, and then Ace of Wands is bright spark. That's the energy of the card. Okay, and I do want to take a look at how they do the court cards, or if they do them the same. So the King of Wands, it's the same thing. King of Wands is the beacon. There's a small reproduction of the image of the card here. It's not in color, but I think that's okay because I feel like the image is big enough that, again, I can see the texture of it. So keywords, the image, the story, and then the meaning. Okay, and it does like that for all of the suits. So I think now we can go, oh, look at how beautiful this is. So beautiful. Thank you, Poppy, for your work and your patience and your dedication to this, because I'm really excited about it and I've been waiting patiently. So let's go ahead and look at the actual cards, you guys. Okay, and then they come, so the guidebook is on top, and then they come, you know, separated, very similar to if you have the Gaian Tarot, you know, how that box is. It's pretty much the exact same box. Okay, so let's take out this side first. Oh, and the backs are gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Okay, come on, you guys. Let's strip you down. Let's strip you down, strip you down, strip you down. Okay, let's actually just undress them all. Okay. So, and then you are there. Okay, very good. Very good. They're split down the middle at the 4 of coins. Okay, so big deck in my hands. A little big even for me, but that's okay. I think my Fool's got a little bit of staining here, so it's not a big deal, but it's just something I noticed. It may have to do with these bad boys here that we just undressed them. Okay, so, but big, I think even for my hands, that's okay. I don't mind, you know, big decks. You know, an overhand shuffle works just fine for me, although I do love to bridge shuffle them. But they do feel like an oracle deck, but it's okay. I'm not upset about that. I just wasn't expecting them to be this big. Okay. I like that there's no gilding, you know. I'm not a big fan of gilded edges. They're pretty sometimes. I'm not a big fan of those, so I'm glad about that. But the backs are just so stunning. They're so gorgeous. I love the color. I love the energy. I love the theme. Okay, so really, really beautiful. They just feel like, it just feels like connected to Mother Nature is the best way I can probably describe that. So let's take a look at the cardstock. It's okay. Not bad. As thick and as big as they are, I think I was expecting them to be a little bit more sturdier. Like I have the Lumina Tarot right here, and they're just a little bit thicker cards, but these aren't thin by any means. Okay, alrighty, so we have the Fool here, and these cards totally just, for some reason, they take me back to my childhood. Just the way the artwork is and the color and all of that, it just speaks to my inner child. Ooh la la. The High Priestess. Ooh la la. And that's so funny. I love the fox here, because last night I was standing outside and a fox ran across my path. I was like, oh, hey, friend. So there's my friend Fox again. Okay. The Empress. It's like, come to Grandma. Come see Grandma. That's so sweet. Or Mama, but this feels like Grandma to me for some reason. Okay, the Emperor. I love this. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for putting a black man in a position of power in the tarot with the Emperor, Bobby Palin. But I enjoy that. That was unexpected. Oh, and if you look at the details, okay, so he's got, you know, the little Aries symbol on his cup. He's got an eagle flying as the background on his cell phone. You know, he's got a little flower paperweight here, a picture of the family back here. I love it. I love the detail and the time and the care that I totally feel went into this deck. It doesn't feel rushed. It was a labor of love, truly, and great understanding and being able to bridge that connection between the modern world and traditional tarot as we know it. So I really enjoy that. Okay, we have the Hierophant. Okay. Aww, we've got the Lovers. It's so cute, you guys. You know, we've got, you know, the older couple here, you know, and then the younger couple. So is this them in their younger days and this is them now? Or, you know, it could be two totally different couples, but I like to see it as them in their youth and them now. And I just, oh, it's so beautiful. That kind of makes me feel like a little teary. I think that's just such a beautiful, sweet idea for the Lovers. Okay, let's read the Lovers story, because I was looking for a story, so maybe that's my... Here's your sign. Read the Lovers story. Okay. Do, 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 do. A priest is the emperor. Okay, the Lovers, soul music. So here's the card, so... We're soulmates, a claim usually made by people falling in lust who mistake that heady hormonal rush for something significant. My wife and I well remember that exciting, amorous feeling, but I'm sure you don't want to dwell on our lovemaking now that we're old wrinklies. Anyway, we've always had an affinity beyond all those temporary romantic thrills. I looked in the eyes of a lovely lady more than 50 years ago and saw the same spirit behind them as I see now. I responded to her soul as well as her gentle beauty. A spark leapt between us as our eyes met, and we had a profound sense of knowing. We went through a charade of working out where we could have encountered each other before, maybe at the cinema or on the promenade, whilst knowing we'd never seen each other until that day. In this life, at least. Okay? We have a deep spiritual recognition, and if you've never felt it, then I'm sorry for you. To have a relationship without that knowing must be like toast without butter, so unsatisfying and dry. I see those young ones playing games and kissing with abandon when next week they may have nothing to say. Maybe they haven't now. Do they even know who they are yet? If they can't gaze fearlessly into their own eyes in the mirror, how can they see into the soul of another? Right now, they're driven by desire and tormented by longing, aching to fill that hole inside. Some marry because of that crazy need, but when it wears off, and it will, they'll have to become friends or else muddle along as best they can. Spend some miserable lives together through fear of being alone or because of habit. They suffer, while my soulmate and I have a bliss that'll last long after we've shed our worn-out bodies and moved on to the next adventure. My beloved, our faithful dog, and I will carry on together long after the sagging skin has fallen away. We're eternal companions on a spiritual journey, and nothing can destroy that. Does your partner feel familiar to you, like coming home? If you can't say that, then keep looking and don't settle for less. You'll know them when you find them, and it will mean something beyond words. Remember us and know it's possible to find your soulmate at any age and any time, maybe even right now. So that's the story of the Lovers in the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. So beautiful. I love the story idea, so I'm really into that. I'm not a big guidebook person, but I'm really into that. Okay, so back to the cards now. We've got the Chariot. I know some of you are like, shut up and just show the cards. But I will. They're so pretty. I love this strength. Yes. Strength. That is strength. Okay. The Hermit. They're so beautiful. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. I love that. It's the, you know, a tire. That's so funny. Yeah, if you blow a tire, I'm sure your Wheel of Fortune is going to be looking pretty rough. Okay. Justice. Mediation. Okay. The Hanged Man. Okay. Death. And this is such a beautiful death card. I love this. It's like, you know, little girl's lost her mom. You know, her mom's gone to spirit, and grandma is still keeping her memory alive for her. She's, you know, keeping her alive for that little girl. So that's so beautiful. I really love this card. Of course, they've got the ravens included in here, and I don't know if those are like snowdrops, flowers. I'm not sure. But I love that. I love that. It's beautiful. Temperance. Eat your reds and your greens. Okay. Okay. Ooh, the devil. Interesting. So we've got drinking and driving and smoking and not looking at the road and going the wrong way down a one-way. Look at this guy, you guys. It's funny. I love this because it's just such, it's real life. The Tower. The Tower. Okay. The Star. So we go from this to this. Interesting. The Moon. Yes, Charlotte, it's modern and powerful. Exactly. Exactly. It's taken traditional tarot and made it, I don't want to say like palpable or digestible, because that's not it, but it makes it more real. It makes it so that if I just look, it's like if I looked out of my bedroom window, I would see this going on in front of me. And I love that. So the Sun, beautiful lady, and she's the cover art. Okay. Judgment. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I love this. The world. Weaving the world together. Seeing how everything intersects and feeds off of each other. It's beautiful. Okay, so I like to show all of the major arcana, but I'm not going to show all of the other cards because I want you to have the experience for yourself. Okay, but here's a few. So, the Four of Wands, Six of Wands. Ooh, look at this one, y'all. The Seven of Wands. No justice, no peace. Okay. Okay, and as I keep laying them on top of each other, they're like sliding around. Going all over the place. I'm sorry. Okay. Eight of Wands. So as soon as, you know, somebody sold their house, one is moving out, one is moving in, and they're getting their mail. Okay. Interesting. Ten of Wands. Whew. You have a midnight deadline, and it's 10 o'clock, and you haven't even gotten started. Look at the clock. It's at 10 o'clock. And she's like, oh my God, I have this paper due, I have this assignment due, I have this work due, you know, whatever, freak out moment. So totally relatable. Page of Wands. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Knight of Wands. Hi, Tiffany. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, I like this one of the Two of Coins. As a former waitress, I can appreciate this. So the Two of Pentacles, juggling and carrying those, you know, god-awful trays. Okay. Let's see what else. The Five of Coins. Interesting depiction. So, you know, Are you really spending your money where you should be spending your money? Are you wasting money? You know, she's at the casino gambling, money is pouring out, but there's people outside of the building just looking for warmth and safety and refuge, and maybe just a cup of coffee or a slice of bread, some food in their stomach. So I think that's a twofold message for the Five of Pentacles or Five of Coins. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Seven of Coins. I particularly enjoy this because of, you know, I've done psychic fairs and holistic events and stuff like that. And if you've ever been a vendor, you know what all of that entails. So the Seven of Coins speaks to me in that way. I'm really excited to work with this. I don't know if you've noticed, but that the major arcana have a black border around them. The Wands cards, the Suit of Fire, have a red border around them. The Coins cards, the Pentacles cards have a blue border around them. Green border around them. Cups cards have a blue border around them. And Blades or Swords have a purple border around them. Okay, so let's keep going. Nine of Coins. I think this is a really great depiction of the Nine of Coins. Certainly a more modern description of the lady in waiting of the Nine of Coins than the lady in the garden with the, you know, the quail or the bird. You know, I really enjoy this. Oh, this is sweet. 10 of Coins, Christmas morning, all the children, all the family. Sweet. Okay, let's see. Queen of Coins. So everything she's harvested from her garden, and she's teaching her children how to harvest and how to sell and how to make money and how to live off of the land and support themselves. So I love that. Okay, let's see. Oh, the King of Coins is nice too. He's a farmer too. Okay. All right. Oh, the Two of Cups. The beginnings of new romance or friendship. Developing a deeper friendship or deeper relationship with someone. Three of Cups. I love this. It's like, hey girl, like I got the tea for you. Like come and spill some tea. Like, you know, come and chat and have some fun and have a girls' night, you know, have, you know, some chill time, talk time, you know, catch up. I love that depiction of the Three of Cups. And I love this of the Four of Cups too. I'm drinking all this coffee and Mountain Dew and all this other stuff, but it's not satisfying me. And it's like, that's because your body just really needs water, bro. Just drink some water. Like, there's something so much more satisfying that will quench your thirst, and it's right in front of your face. But all you're focusing on is is what hasn't worked. I love this Five of Cups. I love how she's done any cards related to grief and death. I think as a medium, anyway, for me, I really appreciate the beauty and the thought and the gentleness and care with which she's illustrated them. So the death card previously, and now here this Five of Cups, the grief, the mourning, the loss. Okay. To me, typically when I see the Five of Cups, I'm like, oh, it's my don't cry over spilled milk card, you know. But this takes it to a whole nother level and whole nother space for me. So I really, really deeply, truly love the way she's done these. Okay, Six of Cups. I love this, like a little kid's birthday party. I'm going to end up showing you guys way more cards than I originally planned. Ooh, oh, I love this. The Seven of Cups. And you've got all these cups, you know, this person's getting a tattoo and all these different cups of colored ink. That's so cool. What do you want your dream to look like? How do you want to paint your life? That's so cool. Eight of Cups. Not doing the dishes. Got stuff to do. Leaving the dishes in the sink. I'm walking away. That's funny. Okay. This is a sweet Nine of Cups. This makes me think of like a happy anniversary or something like that. Okay, I don't want to... Aw, Page of Cups. So sweet. Okay. Ooh, and this is a good one too. Knight of Cups. So I'm out here, you know, playing my music on the subway for a little bit of change, and this chick and I, we just meet eyes, and that was it. I love that. Oh. I love, love, love. Okay. Oh, okay, here, now we're into blades, so now we're into swords. So 2 of blades. And if you can see, she's got a final notice, so that bill is due. They're about to turn something off. Can I see what it is? No, it's just final notice, but they're about to turn something off. You know, the light, the water, you know, eviction, whatever it is. And she's like, no, I can't. Her hands are up like, no, I can't. You've got, the 2 knives or swords, blades, over here, the quicksilver kind of covering it like, no, I can't face it. I don't want to look at it. I can't do anything about it right now. I just want to ignore it like it isn't happening. Okay. All right. The 3 of blades. Those 3 of swords. Oh, I like this of the 4 of swords. This is funny. Okay, the 5 of blades, so 5 of swords. This makes me think of like Top Chef or like Gordon Ramsay, like Kitchen Nightmares and stuff like that. I'm sorry, that's really funny to me. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, wow. Okay, 7 of blades. So we take the thief in the night image to a whole nother plane. So he's walking away with your MacBook and your briefcase and your chandelier and your crystal jewels. He's busted, your windows and everything. And just trying to get away with it. Like he's just walking away like it's no big deal. Hi, Andrea. So hold tight, you guys. I'm almost done. And then we're going to pull a card for everybody, and then for whoever is here, I may pull a card or 2 for you. Okay. 8 of blades, so 8 of swords. Mama's tired. Ugh. Wow, this is a strong image. 9 of blades. So 9 of swords, anxiety, insomnia, sleeping medication. It's 2:50 in the morning and she's still awake. Stressed and worried. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else. I'm like, who haven't I shown? So let's show them I haven't shown. So Queen of Blades, so the Queen of Swords, a doctor, a scientist. She's got scalpel in hand. She's got the vision and the focus because we've got that hawk back there. We've got certificates on the wall, the human form here, microscope. Maybe she's got a centrifuge over there somewhere. Okay. And then for the King of Blades, so the King of Swords, he's a judge or a justice or something like that, or a lawyer. He's got Exhibit 317A in his hand and pens and paper and water ready for a day of litigation, it feels like. So pretty cool. Really, and you got the jury. I would take that to be the jury. Back there. So pretty cool. I really enjoyed the way that this was done. I got the deck over the weekend. I've been saving it. I'm waiting patiently to do a live with you guys. Well, I didn't know how I wanted to do the unboxing, and then my guides were like, do a live. So I was like, okay. I haven't been on Facebook Live since like 2 Halloweens ago, maybe. So maybe I will be doing that a bit more if you guys are interested. So now let's do a general reading just for everyone who watches this video whenever they're watching this video, for a message for their best and highest good. What do they need to do? What do they need to know? What do they need to work on? A little bit of wisdom and guidance from the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. There we go. So they do give a nice shuffle. Okay, they give a nice rifle shuffle. It's just if you can get your hands around them properly. I do want to get a nice shuffle on these. Get the cards in a good mix here. Okay. Nice mix. Nice, nice mix. As best as I can for now. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for somebody to fall out, like I tend to do. It's a little awkward. Trying to get used to the size of them. Thank you. So that's one. Do you have anything else that wants to talk? Oh, thank you. It's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. And I'm not going to take these because they're totally like not shuffled, so I know it's a hot mess. So I'm just going to go with the first one that fell out because I feel like that's where we are. If anybody watching has a question and would like me to pull a card, please just leave your question below, and I think I may do a few. Really short and brief, just one card. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this deck wants us to focus more on love, to focus more on nurturing, to focus more on serving others, on helping the needy, helping those less fortunate, to be a source of light and love in the world, really and truly. Okay, to be in tune enough with your emotions that when you see somebody standing out being the wallflower, that, you know, you're not afraid to go up to them and say, hi, how are you? Or, how, you know, do you need anything? Are you okay? Nice to meet you. You know, this is who I am. You know, have you been here before? Like that kind of stuff to make them feel comfortable. It's small acts of kindness like that that can really help to create a ripple effect and change the world. But to be gentle, to be tender, to be sweet, to learn about what, you know, what your intuition feels that somebody may be lacking, and try and provide that. Now, I'm not saying to change yourself or anything like that, but let's say this woman was in a busy crowd on the street. You know, she's got, let's say, you know, it's cold outside, obviously. The woman's got some, you know, she doesn't have any water in her dog bowl or anything. She's just out here with her dog, and this woman is like, she sees her and she's like, oh, do I go over and say anything? I don't want to be rude. I don't whatever. She listens to her intuition is like, I think this girl is just really cold and just would like someone to say, hey, or do you need anything? You know, I haven't taken a sip of my coffee yet. She looks like she's cold. Maybe I'll give that to her and give my bottle of water to the dog. Being attuned to the needs of others around you. Not necessarily that you always have to meet those needs, but when you can, you know, try to. But if no one has any questions that they'd like me to pull a card for, then I guess that's it, you guys. I had a ton of fun today doing this live unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, the deck I have here is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin with Schiffer Publishing. It was published in 2018. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love, you know, the modern twist, the modern take on the tarot imagery. It feels homey. It feels right. It feels comfortable. It feels like an old friend. It feels like my life, and I know it, and I know it well. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you'd like to book a reading with me, please check out my website, www.MavenUnmasked.com, and click on the Book a Readings tab. If this is still early July when you watch this, hey, Charlotte, I'll hit you in a second. If this is still July when you watch this, I am teaching my How to Read Oracle Cards class online via Zoom video conferencing. The last day to register is July 9th, you guys, and class starts Wednesday, July 11th at 7 p.m. Class will be recorded if you cannot make the class, but I highly recommend, if you can, that you join us for the live session. So really excited about that. Okay, and you can find more information about that on my website at MavenUnmasked.com. Click on online classes, and actually it's right just there on my homepage as well. So Charlotte has a question, my dear. What can I do now to further my own business? Do I focus on that or continued learning, honey? Great question. Great question. I find myself in the same boat. Really, if I can be honest. Because it's always like, do I know enough, or, you know, can I keep going, or, you know, when is enough enough? When is the learning enough? So I understand what you're trying to say. So So Charlotte, I call upon your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones and spirits to be here with us to give you a message for your best and highest good in regards to your business. Should you just focus on that, or should you focus on continued learning? Okay. So I feel like we're done. And since this is a this or that kind of question, I'm going to pull one card to focus on your business and one card to focus on continued learning. Okay? Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so the shadow card we have for your reading, we have the Knight of Cups. So to me, it's like, what are you paying attention to? What is catching your eye? What do you need to be a little bit flirty with, a little bit more outgoing with, stepping outside of your comfort zone? Okay, a little bit. The Knight of Cups, he's the flirt, he's the player. He wants to meet everybody and shake everybody's hand and kiss every girl and, you know, I was going to say kiss every girl and shake every baby. But you get my point. They're really, really out there, very outgoing. They want to see, they want to do it all, they want to play. Okay, so I think firstly, before I go any further, that Spirit really is encouraging you to play and to flitter around like a little butterfly for a while and get to experience some more things. For the business side of it and focusing on the business, we have the Nine of Blades, so the Nine of Swords. So this has definitely been giving you a lot of anxiety, girlfriend, and maybe even some sleepless nights too. While as the, you know, continue learning here, we have the Emperor. So, you know, focus and discipline and a solid foundation and all of that. For me, personally, you know, and of course you have free will, please, you know, this is just what I'm just picking up intuitively. But for me, it feels like you really have a good leg to stand on with the learning, but I feel like taking the learning to the next level. So I feel like this involves maybe teaching more, or being more of an authority in the field or a figurehead in the field and what you're doing, okay? Whereas the Nine of Blades, it's like that mental stress about the business, and I do want to say you can't put that off, you know, that's going to be there until you kind of deal with it and face it, but it feels like right now at this moment there's a stronger pull towards the learning and that foundation and building that up, and I'm hearing maybe that will give you a leg up. Thank you. And I'm also hearing a bit more confidence in a sense with this Nine of Blades situation with the business, but it's almost like take the blinders off and kind of face it head on, because you can't do anything when you're sitting here like this with your hands over your face. So I feel like it's time to get to work. I feel like it's time to take a little bit more of a disciplined approach in terms of the business. And the reason I say that is because we have the Emperor here. So taking a little more methodical approach. I don't want to say a more professional approach because that's not really the word for it. But almost like step into your authority and step into your leadership role with this. It's like you've got to be the CEO of your own company. It is your company and you're the CEO of it, if that makes sense. So step into that energy. The same kind of energy you give to the learning and that kind of feeling is the kind of energy that you should be putting here. And so what is it that's different that's not allowing you to do that, if that makes sense? So thank you, Charlotte. I hope that answers your question. And if anybody else has a question, maybe not. But yeah, I would say, you know, go for it. Also, Charlotte, too, they're bringing to me, or have you done any like festivals or fairs or anything? If you haven't, I think they're encouraging you that you should. Again, that Knight of Cups energy, that branching out, flirting, you know, meeting people, you know, networking, that kind of thing. So I hope that helps you, darling. But I'm Ariel, and this has been Maven Unmasked with the Everyday Enchantment reading and card pull and unboxing and first impressions and walkthrough and all of that all of that fabulous jazz. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and maybe I will do it again sometime. Great, Charlotte. I'm glad you got it. But take care, you guys, and I love you. Until the next one. Bye. Glad it makes sense. Yay. See you guys.